Bitburger. Okay, let's go on and we'll see what happens. It'll be very inclusive. Hello, folks. Welcome to Super Inclusive Saturday. I was going to start about 7 minutes earlier, but I accidentally deleted myself from my own Hangout. I had to restart it. But so I'm here, and I was also watching Joan Jett on David Letterman from 1987, which was interesting. 33 years ago. It was really, really interesting. He kept saying, and it's kind of strange when you read about his background, but he kept saying to her, "You look like a kid. You look like a kid."
She is a kid.
She said, "I am a kid." She said that twice. "I am a kid." And then he asked her, he said, "Well, how do you like my pants?" And she said, "They're nice." You know, it was strange, but anyway.
Joan Jett. She was on, she did one of the WWE wrestling, I don't know I think it was Raw or SmackDown, her and the way she looks now and her band. And she sounded pretty good. Of course, she looked 33 years older. But yeah, and her hair, I'm sure her hair was colored like it. Yeah. She sounded good. You know, some people don't lose it.
And some do, and some don't. Well, I'm here in Louisiana. James P. Madonna's in New Jersey, and Thomas Meadows 75. Eric, he's up there in Massachusetts, right?
Yes, sir.
And you did a vodka taste challenge earlier.
Yeah, and I guessed them all. I was amazed.
I've never had any of those three vodkas.
Not even Smirnoff.
I'm not a vodka guy. No, I never had.
Yeah. It was good. It was okay. I don't prefer the cheap stuff. Is not necessarily always the good stuff. But then again, with vodka, the expensive stuff's not always the good stuff. You're basically paying for a lot of the marketing and the image you read on the labels because they're supposed to taste like practically nothing. So,
right,
you figure dollars, I guess, when you buy vodka.
Well, like Tito's so-called handmade vodka. I wasn't impressed by Tito.
That was the one I thought was the best. Ooh.
The other
blasphemy.
Wheatley was great. Grey Goose came in a close second.
You never had Wheatley, huh, Eric?
Not I.
That's from Buffalo Trace.
It's a wheat vodka, but I do like Absolute.
Yeah, all the three that I had were corn based.
Yeah.
Corn.
Wow. And then if you go to Poland, they're potato based. There's Ronald Sutton from Ohio. So now we got the Midwest, the South, Gulf Coast, the Mid-Atlantic, New England.
So potato base is the European vodka,
Poland, White Russia, and Russia. Yeah.
Eastern European vodkas is potato base. Oh, okay. That's why.
That's the better vodka. The better vodka is potato base. Yeah.
Hey, Ronald, my friend David Garlapede with the big beard, he says that too. That's the good ones.
The potato is the best. They had a tasting booth set up. It was when you couldn't get Stalsky or Stalishnikov, whatever, Stalsky in the United States. We went to Canada, they used to have testing rooms. They had like a Tupperware container. It had a hole in the top, fit over top of that vodka bottle. And he said, "You want to drink this, put it in the freezer, and it gets like a slushy, and they'd eat it like with a spoon."
No, it won't freeze. Vodka?
No, it gets like slushy though. You know, when you're gonna get thick.
It won't completely harden.
No, it won't. No, it'll get.
But that's how people in Russia actually drink it because they want it to become a smoother drinking product and with less of that harshness, and that's how they combat that.
I was never a real big fan of it, tell you the truth. I don't.
You don't need
not my thing. Not my
now
thing.
We have Ronnie S. from the Florida. Now we have Ronnie S. from the Florida Gulf Coast. So we got 2 Gulf Coast states, landlocked Midwestern state, and 2 Atlantic Coast states. Boy, we're rounding it out tonight now.
That's good. Where's them West Coast IPA goofballs at? I tried to talk today. I couldn't even stand to listen to them. Four Brothers or Four Brewers or something. You know, usually I don't criticize people like that, but I had to turn it off. That's when you came on, TM Thomas Metal.
Yeah.
That's when you came on with the vodka. I turned you on and made a comment on your show.
Boom. There we go. Helping the world one drink at a time.
Talking about four giant
commentary.
What?
It's like West Coast guys. They did it. It's the four brewers or something. Four brewers.
410 Brewing or something like that.
I've seen a guy do reviews before. Used to do them cheap beer reviews. He's a big heavyweight dude out of the West Coast. I don't even know their names. It was strange. I turned it off.
Maybe its name is.
You the man, Thomas Mental 75. I follow you.
Hey,
I like that.
Hey,
Piranha, you doing okay?
Maybe his name was
Fatty.
Fatty.
You gotta turn your phone. Ronald, you got to turn your phone that way so it'll be you'll be a full screen.
I tried that. It won't do it.
You got to go into
well, we're gonna see this live in action.
You got to go into settings and you have to turn that on to make it happen.
The auto rotate, I guess, is what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when I go there, then I get dropped off the show.
It's all right. We see.
You know, like if I could.
Let it be.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're just trying to get you more. We're just trying to get you more featured. You know. Now, what were you saying, James?
Let me ask you something. I got a laptop in there. Okay, and I can get up there, but hold on, because I'll get better video. Let me mess with this. Go ahead, you can move on. I'm just messing around.
Yeah, I want to ask James. Now, James, you were going to say something?
Well, aside from him going into settings and selecting the auto rotate, yeah, I noticed the. I was going to say something else, but I lost track. But getting back to the potato vodkas, they're much less
sweet,
and they're not as thick. You know, the mouthfeel is more liquidy. So maybe that's why they didn't get thick when I put them in the freezer overnight.
Ooh. What?
Right. Now, Nina, you need to join. I wanted Nina to join because she can tell me which beer to drink to close out the night, because I have a choice between two beers. So I need Nina from Rhode Island on here to give me some advice on what to drink. So that's why I'm drinking water.
Well, we got two spots now.
Oh, well, who dropped the? Oh, he'll be back.
He might be switching over to his laptop.
Yeah, he's switching over to the laptop. People call it a lap. I hear people calling it a laptop. It's not a laptop. You don't put it on top of a lap.
Right.
You're mad science.
You don't really put it on top of your lap either. Very rarely do you do that.
Right. It's really a tabletop.
There's a brew for you.
On top of your lap, actually.
Okay, now Eric, before he has a nervous breakdown, I want to let Eric, and I'm saying that in a kind way. Oh, wait, look at this.
Give me a Kojik.
All right, Ron.
A Kojik 5.
So is
Eric,
this
I know you're not going to have a nervous breakdown, but I'm just saying that in using jocular humor. Now, Eric is going to tell us about his particular product now,
Nina
but he's not.
And it looked pretty good. Yeah, it's all right. It was $7.99, I think, for the 6-pack of these 11.2 float ounce cans. So Bitburger went down to North Carolina and teamed up with Sierra Nevada with some of their hop varieties and some of the classic Sierra Nevada hop varieties to do this triple hopped lager at 5.8%. It's I don't know that I like this any more than I do the normal Bitburger. It definitely has a lot of citrusy, orangey kind of grapefruit feel to it, with a pretty dry finish, and maybe it's a little lemony too. So it's got a little bit more bitterness than your standard Bitburger. So I guess they say 30 IBU. So India Pale Lager. I don't know. It's at least a B+. It's pretty good for the price. You can't beat that. But I don't know. I guess Bitburger, the standard lager, is more my fare for this kind of brew. But highly recommended, at least for the price point. Yeah, pretty good.
Cheers, man.
I don't know when.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Okay, now James wanted to talk to us about something. He had an idea. You were telling me off. Well, you were saying on Facebook you had some something you wanted to show, and I want to show you that sake.
Oh yeah, you have sake. I wish I had an idea. The last idea I came up with is what I do on Sunday night on StreamYard. But I brought the Whole Foods 365 organic almond milk because the last time I showed Trader Joe's. Now, the soy milk was outstanding. Their soy milk was the best I ever had. This is the situation I'm in. I got to do this for now. You know, this non-alcoholic stuff. Okay, ingredients. That's not bad. Organic almonds, filtered water, organic almond, organic cane sugar, sea salt, and then, you know, the usual locust bean gum or organic locust bean gum, tricalcium phosphate, and then some nutrients. At least they have. At least they have somebody laughing back there. Shut your fucking mouth.
Hey.
I heard somebody chuckling. Somebody that's cruising for a bruising. DL.
I got your back. I'll help you out.
DL alpha tocopherol, natural vitamin E, which is good to see because the other one has synthetic vitamin E. But it's okay. I mean, the other one I have is vanilla flavored, which probably would be better. You know, if you have a situation, you got to suck it up and deal with it, Mr. Sutton. You know, you got to deal with it. Sometimes you have no choice. So
Here's to you, but you know, I've been revived 4 times, Piranha. I'm a diabetic, and I've passed out 4 times where the EMTs had to come and juice me up. So health problems are terrible.
Your diet for diabetes is more it's tougher than what I've been doing. You know, not mixing alcohol with a specific medication, but your diet is not easy.
Yeah.
For diabetes, you type 1 or type 2? You take
2.
Type
2, and a buddy of mine I grew up with since I remember when we were ice skating, and all of a sudden we were 7 years old, and he got real thirsty and kept peeing. The next day he was taking insulin, and he was type 1, and he just passed away from it.
Yeah, to type 1, they have to give injections or tablets.
I take injections. I'm a type 2, but I take injections.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's how you control it.
See,
it's how you control it.
But your dietary.
There's fast acting and long lasting. I take long lasting insulin. He had to take both. Yeah, it's a strange disease. It's inherited. I didn't know I had it. When I had it, my mother finally told me, well, her mother had it, so it was on my grandmother.
Oh, that could have.
But anyhow, that's, you know, you deal with what you got to deal with.
Yeah, you know, and you have to eat like a high protein, low carb, no sugar or low sugar.
It looks like you lost 10 pounds since I put that damn snowman voodoo curse on your ass, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you were drinking when I had that, and then all of a sudden, fuck, I feel bad.
Yeah, no, I got the allergy season. I lost my appetite from the sinusitis, post-nasal drip. And there's another issue that's going on, but anyway, it's
well, I wish you well. And
thank you.
Hope everybody else on the panel does as well.
Well, I did pretty good in the physical exam. So far, I got to wait for the blood test, but everything else I did fine. Blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen, everything. You know, hearing. You know, they checked everything. except my Rocky Mountain oysters. No, there was no attractive urologist coming out.
No cough involved. Yeah, they don't want you coughing in them doctor's offices.
No. I have my mask. I have my mask.
All right, now Jay's gonna. Okay, now let's go.
All right. You know what's funny? The Trader Joe's almond milk had almonds at the beginning of the ingredients, but I tasted more almonds. This one, I realized Jeff Bezos and Amazon bought out Whole Foods, so you can't really trust that dildo-headed CEO. But the thing is, how is it really what it is? Because I don't taste any almonds. Thank you, Kevin Johnson. It's okay. It's mediocre. It's thick and rich, but it doesn't have the same wonderful creamy flavor that their soy milk has. Well, as a result, I'm going to only use their soy milk. I don't know where the almonds are, even though it's the first ingredient. So I would give this, as far as almond milks go, I would give this, I give it an 85. And, there's something, I'm not saying it smells fishy, but there's something fishy about the fact that I don't taste almonds. And almonds is the first ingredient. So that's it. 85 out of 100 for almond milk. You try different things. You learn. It says organic. And I don't, they can put anything on packaging.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Eric, well, that's not a terrible score. Now, Eric, what did you give the Bitburger?
Gave it a straight B plus. Like, what's that? 7 out of 100. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ronnie S. and Ronald Sutton, what are y'all drinking tonight? I'm still not doing anything but water, but I'm about to change that.
Got the Bud Light Chelada.
I have my old standby. I had to bury my dog yesterday, so I'm drinking. I'm drinking a good old ham. Yeah, good old hams, and I'm saving that. I can't find that anymore. That Thirsty Dog, they took it off the shelf, but I got a couple in reserve for Wild Card Wednesday. So
okay,
kicking back, having a view. The sun's really beating my head right now. But I got a question real quick.
Wait.
I can't get on my. If I'm on my phone, if I'm on my phone on the broadcast, is that why I can't get on my laptop?
No,
it might be a good idea. It shouldn't be, but you might want to try that. Now, Ronnie, you said you were drinking the Bud Light Clamato Chelada?
Yeah. 4.2%.
I had a friend of mine drink it. I'm sorry, 4.2?
Yeah, 4.2. It's a good summertime beer.
Mine's 4.7. Yeah, Hams is 4.7.
5.0.
Hey, check this comment.
Just finished making the the stuffed heads. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
He's from Louisiana, right?
It's delicious. Normally, just really served in restaurants. Yeah, because the general public is very, they're a bunch of babies. They see tentacles from a squid, or they see crawfish heads.
It's not the public. It's that the dish is so difficult to make. The restaurants do it. It's so hard to make. It's like beef Wellington. Beef Wellington, nobody wants to make it. So it's not. It takes all day to make it. So he's making it. He probably spent half his Saturday. Who dat golden ale? Okay, lobster bisque is easier to make. Yeah, less to stuff. Now we got Nina from Rhode Island, and Nina, important answer to give me because I'm going to give her an important question. But Nina, we need more women in these hangouts, and I'm saying that in all seriousness because I get tired of talking to a bunch of men all day long. I think y'all agree with that.
Hey,
you got to get out more often, Ron.
That's why I'm married. Shit.
You got that neighbor, Ron. How's that lady doing? She's always cooking for you and all kinds of nice neighborly activities. You should drink beer with her.
You should.
I do. And she was outside. She was outside in the yard today, and she was pulling some weeds by her tree, and she was talking to me. So yeah, she's very friendly.
Won't you
That's
be
good.
my neighbor?
What's she drinking nowadays?
Oh, bunch of wine,
Embalming
bunch of
fluid.
white wine. No,
I hope not.
no, a bunch of white wine. Now, Nina, before you talk about your product, I have a choice, and then I also have to talk about this new sake later on tonight. Whoa! I went to Hong Kong Market in Terrytown. I was talking to James off air. I went to Hong Kong Market in Terrytown.
Yeah, I've seen that at Mitsuwa. I've seen that company. Yeah,
All right.
Dubai. I had that before.
Go cheat you by.
Okay, so I
Nice
got to
bottle.
talk about that later.
You gotta heat it
Nina,
up.
you have to.
Cho means
You gotta serve that sake. You serving your sake hot, or are you drinking at room temp?
I'm not sure because it gives some guidelines on the back, and I got to choose which guideline I want to follow. But
Choose wisely.
Nina's
You're supposed to
Nina's
drink it
got
hot,
to
right?
give. Well, there's different ways to do it. There's different, but Nina's got to give me the advice. So y'all give me a chance. Give me a chance. Now, Nina, do you want me to drink the Busch beer tonight? You know, Busch from our friends at Anheuser-Busch.
Okay.
Or
Bush beer.
do you want, or, yeah, because that's coming up in a challenge. Or do you want me to drink the Florida Cracker from Cigar City in Florida?
Cracker.
I'd like to see the Florida Cracker in play tonight.
Florida Cracker.
Cracker.
I've watched your video review on that. You didn't like it, Ron.
You didn't like it. Uh-oh.
I know. I didn't like it at all.
Healthy.
I didn't like it at all.
The Florida Crackers. They
I
sell
like that one. I'm a fan of the Florida
Lake.
Cracker.
It's a Belgian wit beer, I believe.
Yeah.
You know why they call them the crackers, don't you, Ron? Jay?
There's
Why'd
some
they
diff-
call them the
Yeah,
Florida crackers?
Well,
They were
there's
the
some different
Cowboys.
theories about
The
it.
Cowboys were the Florida Crackers.
Yeah, they had whips. Yeah, whips to keep the cattle in place. They were the crackers. They cracked their whips. Yep.
Hey, Ronald, you should do
But,
a beer review
that's just,
while your neighbor's pulling weeds and get her on video.
What?
Pulling weeds.
Yes.
Beer review.
Me or
I
Ron?
don't think she would get
I
on
didn't
camera.
hear him.
She
No, I
probably
think
likes
she
to
would get on
drink
camera.
after her
But now-
weeding.
No, do the beer review with your neighbor pulling weeds in the background right behind you.
Yeah.
And-
So we can get the commentary from her.
She is pretty
Oh.
like gregarious in a way, so she does make some interesting comments. Now, and she makes some great almond.
No, I
cake.
don't wait.
But
Can I
now-
wait? One thing, Nina, I forgot to compliment you on your Cadillac shirt the other day. That was a very
Yeah.
nice shirt.
Love a Cadillac.
Yeah, that
Nothing but the
Cadillac
best.
shirt. That you don't see that.
What am I wearing today? I've got
Yeah, I
a
got a GM ring. I'll break it up. Huh?
Southwest Airlines today.
What's that one?
Southwest Airlines. They're great
Ah.
mechanics. That's a
Cool.
great airline. American company. Employee. I think no, that's United Airlines where the employees all have a piece of the company, which is I think a great practice. So I'm drinking out of my
Oh, hell
Ocean
yeah,
Mist.
that's a great practice.
Drinking out of my Ocean Mist bar, where here, this is a cloudy glass, so don't get confused. But I'm drinking good old Narragansett tonight.
Yeah.
One of my
All
regular.
right. Great.
This is a standby of
Now,
mine.
we have to see you smash it on your head when you're done. You gotta crush the can at the end, like Captain
Captain
Quint
Quint.
did in Jaws.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
now
This is a great beer.
Classic scene.
let Nina talk. All right.
This is a great beer. I appreciate this one. The bartenders hate these cans. They sell them for like $1.25, $1.50 at the beach bar, and you can walk around with one of these all night. So it's just a whole bunch of fried out beachgoers walking around with empty cans all night, and the bartenders don't know, if they just bought one or what have you. That's pretty much your ticket to hang out.
It's kind of lame. Just buy another one.
Well, sometimes you can't afford another one, or maybe I don't know. Anyway, it's made by, I believe, the same Genesee brewery that makes a lot of contract beers.
You pronounced it wrong.
Got a little bit of a apple-y kind of a taste to it that kind of masks the grain and all that. It's got a nice, well-rounded taste. You don't. The malt isn't like attention stealing in this. I wouldn't say this is like a very malty beer. All right, the de-ice on the dice.
Was up,
But anyway, this is one of my regular beers. It's a good one. They had a Narragansett Light a couple years ago. I tried that. Narragansett's here to stay. I guess you can't get it in every market.
You can't. It's more around the Northeast.
I can't get it here.
I saw Schaefer the other day in Connecticut, or not the other day, a few months ago. And when I went back to go get it, the lady told me they had rotated it out, and in its place was Narragansett. So I guess they're kind of comparable. And I saw some old 1950s maybe it was 60s. It must have been 50s, actually. A big baseball advertisement that was Schaefer. Schaefer was the sponsor.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of people were calling Schaefer Rot Gut beer. And I was like, who said that? I don't know what. Could that have been a Rot Gut beer? Seemed like a quality product.
I say Schaefer's the beer you should have when you're having more than one.
Schaefer's pleasure doesn't fade.
That's the beer you should have when you're having more than one. That was the saying.
Now, that's what I always think about Busch beer, because Busch has got the lower alcohol level, and it's it's refreshing. And I always think because there were all those Busch Garden parts.
5%.
It was 5%.
Busch used to be higher alcohol. Busch decreased their alcohol. It used to be like 4.9, 4.8, something. I don't know, 5.
But that's a stadium beer, and my theory has always been that
Jay can tell you that.
Yeah, he did say that before.
I figure they don't want you vomiting on the roller coaster or whatever at the Busch Garden.
That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, I know the whole song.
Well, I'd like to hear that. Was that James? I bet you know the song. You're a musical guy.
I went down to Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. I went down to Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay, and they had, they say limit 3 beers. Shit, we sat out on that deck and got hammered with fresh draft Budweiser right out of the brewery. I mean, got mashed.
One beer
it was hot that day.
And you're having more than one. Schaefer's pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun. Schaefer is the one beer to have
when you're having more than one.
Yeah.
That's suggesting drinking is fun. Wait a minute.
Yeah. That was good.
Uh-oh.
That was good. I love old beer advertising. Uh-oh.
You're on mute, Fudge.
What's up, Shane?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Shane.
Happy Saturday.
Got started a little bit late here. I had some things come up, chores to do real quick. So, pick up the 6-pack of this Dixie Ice beer. It's been a while since I've had an ice beer. A really long time. I thought, well, I've tried most all the other variety packs.
Yeah, that's cool. So I know that Ron gets that where he's at. So it must be moving to different states.
Yeah, we just started getting Dixie beer in Arkansas about maybe a month ago, I guess.
Oh, all right, nice. I've never had any Dixie beers.
We get 6-pack bottles of the regular lager and the Dixie Light, and 6-pack bottles of 6-pack 16-ounce cans of this, and there's a variety pack, and they have the Blackened Voodoo lager 6-pack bottles also that just showed up. So getting to taste all the variety.
Have you had the ice one yet?
Yeah, what's that?
Have you had the ice beer yet? The dice?
This is my second one. I drank one last night.
How you like it?
It's good for what it is. I don't tend to go for ice beers. I'm more IPA type or sour type beers is what I typically drink. But I do like lagers too. But this is more of a Helles range, 5.9%. and definitely has more of a body. It's really, really sweet.
Yeah, the ice beers are usually 5.9 for the most part.
Yeah, it's definitely giving you a little bit more bang for your buck. Still, drinks pretty easy, like a good summer beer. But you drink 16-ounce cans of this, drinking 6-pack of that, you're not going to probably be able to walk for very long.
You'll feel all right.
But yeah, it's pretty nice beer. It's nice and refreshing. It's super sweet. I don't know if I guess they use corn in this. Jay probably would know more. I don't know much about it, but got a pretty nice thick mouthfeel, really. For of course, I'm not used to drinking ice beers. Maybe my memory doesn't serve me. Maybe ice beer is a little heavier.
Do you have a favorite ice beer?
Do I have a favorite ice beer?
Yeah.
This one right now.
Yeah.
One you got in your hand.
Tried some other ones like Natural Ice. That was pretty good too. But this is not bad, man. If you like ice beers, I think you would really like this one. You can get it.
I'd like to try it.
Most people can get it in the South. I don't know about up in the Northeast. Really.
Yeah, I got to look around over here. I didn't know it was going to be in different states.
Is there a sweet cakiness to that brew, like a bunt cake note?
Bunt cake.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah.
Really?
Buns.
Bun cake?
Not butt. Buns.
Hopefully not bunt.
Right.
Sweet. Really sweet.
Cool.
What is bun cake?
It's a ring.
Yeah. I don't know whoever might have said that, but I mean, Power suggested. Maybe you just told me, and I thought, oh yeah, of course now I get that. But it is sweet, like a cakiness, like that, the heavier dough than just white bread. Yeah, I can get that. I can
Pound cake.
Pound cake.
Butt cake is those cakes. It has like a ring, and the pan itself, when you pour the batter in, has a hole in the center of the cake. Ronnie, and you pour icing over the top of that. Sometimes people will just fill the middle of it full of icing, like just drown these cakes. And so, but yeah, bundt cake, kind of a vanilla a little bit. Yeah, pretty nice.
The original pound cake, they use a
Who else
pound
has
of
had
butter.
Is it a pound cake? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you can make chocolate bundt cakes too, though, or all different flavors of bundt cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dark
A lot of
chocolate.
time it is sort of like a pound cake.
Yeah, a lot of those old school recipes are real simple like that.
Dark chocolate with maple icing, and they'd sprinkle coconut on the thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a popular cake back in the day. Yeah, dark chocolate, like a caramel, not maple, caramel frosting, and they'd sprinkle coconut on it.
All right. You ever had a
I
sugar
don't
pie?
like coconut.
Oh God! When I was a kid, yeah.
Sugar pie. I met plenty of sugar pies here. What did you say? I thought you said sugar pie.
All
I
right.
did.
Sugar pie, honey bunch. Sugar pie, honey bunch.
I like
Awesome.
the tasty cake.
What favorite?
Cakes.
Go for it. Clamato.
How's that beverage running?
I thought it was Clamato. Clamato or
Yeah,
Clamato? Let's
it's
take a vote.
Well, in the
Let's call the
Northeast,
whole thing off.
I vote for
Clamato.
potato. Right?
It's Clamato, you say it.
Clamato. It's really Clamato.
Yeah.
Clamato.
So it's a 24-ounce can I bought. It's
See,
good stuff. There's not a lot to say about it.
I knew a guy that put
Tangy.
Tabasco
It's got like a
sauce.
little tangy
He
taste
put a
to
couple
it.
shakes of Tabasco sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
A
good.
couple shakes of Tabasco.
Clamato.
I give it a 90.
Vodka?
I think
90
that's
out of
got
100.
clams in it. If you're allergic to shellfish, you can't drink that. That's got clam juice in it. If
Yeah, it's
you're
got
like
allergic
dried
to
clam.
shellfish,
It does, yeah. So I guess it's supposed to.
yeah, it's got clam juice, man.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
you don't want to. You're allergic.
They call
And
those
that's
Caesar.
not 100%
You're
certified
gonna take me off
kosher,
of the
because
the
kosher,
close-up, Ron.
you're not allowed
No
to eat
shellfish.
shellfish. You're not allowed to eat shellfish.
They call them Clamato Caesars in Canada. Like Caesar salad. Clamato Caesar.
tomatoes.
We're gonna rotate.
You can put me
We're gonna
backstage
rotate.
if you want.
Well, we just rotate people in and out. Now you said 90 out of 100.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, have you ever had the Budweiser Clamato Chelada?
That's what this is.
Picante.
Chelada.
Budweiser.
Yeah, the picante one I have too. I have had that, and I had the mango one also.
All right. Okay, we're going to let Craig come in a moment. Craig, hold on. We got so many people, so we're not trying to disrespect anybody. It's just, I know there's some other platforms people are super inclusive. Some people have been doing platforms where 25 people. I don't want to try to run that switchboard. I'm going to show mine for a moment because Nina.
You need to shut me out.
Nina said to.
Whatever. You can rotate me out too.
That's
the my beer.
Hang around.
Yeah, hang around. I want to hear
People are
more about
just
that
patient.
bunt beer.
Yeah, if people are patient, they can come back in. So here's the $4. I bought it today at Rouse's. There's some glare. I bought it at Rouse's, and that's a chain that Jean-Pierre goes to as well. It's very light. That's the problem. It's so light blue. There you go. Now we can see it.
There you go.
Well,
All right. Yeah. Nice.
I got it for $16. I paid $16.99 for the 12-pack of 4 varieties. This one, an IPA, a double IPA, and a pale ale. Okay, so here it is. The cracker. Ronnie likes it. I didn't like it, but I'm open-minded. I'm an open-minded person. If I don't like something one day, I might like it later. I'm not fanatical. Okay, my friend David came over today, and we did some hangout. We did some reviews, and then he wanted me to try this double oaked bourbon, and then we got in this big old fight, argument about it. But it turned out okay. But he forgot to get his Creole tomatoes and take them home. But he was just saying, "You're wrong. You're wrong. It doesn't taste like grits." And I was saying, "It does taste like grits," talking about bourbon. And then it became this big blow up. But you'll see that when it gets posted. But it was pretty funny. I was like, "Why does it have to be like this?" And then he started laughing at it. It was pretty funny. But anyway,
damn, calm down about your grits, guy. Come on.
Yeah, then he was like, "You're so dramatic. You're so dramatic." I said, "I'm a dramatic person. What do you want me to do?" So, but it was fun. And then he said, "I have to go eat." So I gave him a coupon for Rallies. Well, here it is, very hazy yellow, like those. Oh, you know what it looks like? You know what it looks like. You know what it looks like. You know what it looks like. Hoegaarden.
Huh.
Okay.
Hoegaarden.
Cracker, I get your game. Belgian style white ale brewed with coriander and orange peel. Okay. You could fool me once, but you won't fool me more than that.
You can fool me once, but you won't get fooled again.
So it's an unfiltered Hefeweizen.
It's right. It's like a Florida version of Hoegaarden.
Belgian white.
ABV is Belgian white. The ABV is not really high. Okay, well, all right. Enough jibber jabber.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Yeah, I never throwing that back to GWB. Couldn't get it out. He was trying to quote the Who, but he couldn't get it right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was embarrassing too. It's heavy, kind of thick-bodied, and kind of very overly sweet. It's spicy, kind of coriander, cilantro-ish, if you know what I mean, banana-ish, orange peel-ish. I don't know. It's hard for me to review these kind of things because I just don't like the style. I don't know why people want to drink beer that tastes like spicy coriander and orange peel and banana.
So you don't like it.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to like everything.
Look at that face. Oh man.
Yeah, but it's not it's not really the product itself. It's not the product
It's the
itself.
style.
It's the style.
Yeah.
It's-
You don't
Yeah.
really like wheat beers, right?
Not really, no. So I don't know.
Do
I
that
just
Mad Dog Vachon look.
Jingle,
What?
jingle, jingle.
say what? Yeah, drink some corn grits. That's why when I grit my teeth when I'm drinking bourbon, it's the same reason, because I drink bourbon, it tastes like corn grits, and I don't want to drink corn grits. I'm sorry, I'm not a anti-grit type.
It doesn't taste like corn grits. You're wrong. No.
I would give this a B. It's a B. It's a good beer. It's well made. I'm not hating on it. But if I never drink it again for the rest of my life, I wouldn't mind.
You'd be
My
happy.
friend David didn't take it. Yeah, my friend David didn't take one with him because he probably didn't want to drink it either, because he doesn't like these kind of things either. But I wish he would have taken the tomatoes that my neighbor, that Nina was talking about across the street. The lady made the tomatoes and she put them on my porch. So I went out to my porch yesterday and I had 3 tomatoes hanging in a bag.
What
And
makes
she
them
sent me an
Creole? What's
Great.
special about them?
What were
Yeah,
the other
it's just
beers
a
you had
type
in the 12 pack?
It's a type of tomato, the Creole tomatoes. She grew them in her yard. And so she sent me a text saying, I put Creole tomatoes on your porch. And I said, okay, we're going to let Ronald Sutton come back. Now, what, Nina, and what, Ronnie? And
I
everybody
said,
else?
what were the other beers you got in the 12 pack? Was it a variety?
I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. It was this thing here, which is fine. Okay, fine. And a pale ale called Guyabera.
Well, yeah,
Which I would
that's a
recommend.
good
I know
one. Have you ever had that?
Yes, I love it.
Citra Pale Ale.
Then
I
I
like
had-
that one too.
And then the High Lie.
That one's all right.
Sport?
It's a little bit overrated, I think, that one.
Oh, I was listening to these Portuguese guys review it. And they were calling it Jaialai. And then
That's how you spell it.
and then how you spell it? Jai, and then a space and A.
Yeah, it's a weird spelling.
It's like the sport.
Yes.
It used to be a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's named for.
Yeah, and then the 4th beer is called Florida Man, and it's a double IPA. Oh, David and I were just in hog heaven on that one. We were
That one I never
in hog
had.
heaven on that one. Yeah, and then he breaks out, let's do an Imperial Stout
Oh,
from Avita. It's 10%. It's 10%. And I was like, oh. And then after that, he's like, you ready for the double oaked Woodford Reserve?
He wanted to go all
And I was
night.
like, well, where? I was like, what's going on here? Where
I want
am
to
I?
properly
What's happening?
review the
So anyway,
product and get too inebriated.
it wasn't as bad as I'm making it sound out, making it sound. I'm trying to make it more. I'm trying to make it more. Yeah, I'm trying to make it seem more exciting than it really was, but it was fun. But now, before we bring in the other contestants, does anybody have anything to say? Because I see Ronald's waiting, and we have if I can
Craig.
get this thing to work.
Right.
We have Craig.
Okay.
Craig is waiting. Craig Swinson is
Craig
waiting
Swinson.
to join. Yes.
Well, I could wrap up my review and somebody else could come into my place. I can crush my can like Quint if need be and walk on out of here.
Berg.
But yeah, this is one of my standby beers. I love it. You could drink it all the time. It goes great with fried food. I've heard that one before. It's the official beer of the Clam. That's my favorite. The official beer of the Clam. How can you go wrong? But I have to rate this beer very highly, but not most excellent. It
I
has
can think of a way you can go wrong with the beer of the Clam. Wait a minute now.
yeah, that's
flaw-
what I was thinking.
The only flaw that I can really find with this beer is the fact that it's not made in Rhode Island, you know, where it should be made.
Not
It's
currently,
made in
right?
New York, a contract beer. And with all the hard work we've made to try to bring it to Rhode Island to be made again, we've really had no success with that. So it's brewed on merit, they say on the bottle, on the can. I'd show it to you if I didn't crush it. Sold on merit, brewed on pride or something. The famous made on honor, sold on merit. There you go. So it's a great beer. It's got a little bit of an appley note that masks all the grain. It's got like a husky thing going. It's just an old school flavor that it's a flavor. It's got character. It's nice. It's got 5% alcohol.
It tastes like a beer.
It's a good tasting beer. Yeah, it's like I told you, the cans are excellent when you're out night clubbing. You could hang out with them. They're your pass to stay and party. So no flaws here. Thumbs up. I'm going to give it probably a 97 on this one.
Wow.
97.
Wow. Golly gee.
But I'm going to take off here
Hey, but
and
if,
enjoy the sunset.
okay, hey, but if
got it. But party on,
Right,
everyone. Yeah.
right, I mean, if it's a 97 and you're loving drinking it, why not? Heck. So
Hell no.
enjoy the sunset. Enjoy the
I'm
sunset.
gonna enjoy the sunset and everyone. I appreciate being here at Memorial Weekend. Party on, everyone, and enjoy the days off if you've got them.
Hey, Nina, did
Yeah.
you notice that I watched? Did you notice that I watched your beer reviews?
I'm doing those for fun. That's a nice way to crack a beer open and not be sitting there alone. Share yourself in cyberspace. So thanks for watching, and everyone who's interested, feel free. That might be a diverse channel. I do a lot of auto repair, so I might do some home auto maintenance on there and other interesting little projects. So I'll try to get some diverse content for everyone. But thanks for having me. And I'll
you're
look
welcome.
forward to listening to everyone else's ratings for their beer. And I like the Clamato. I'm glad to see that. That's a very seasonable, good choice.
Yeah, I like it. It's actually one of my go-tos.
Well, I'd like to hear what you have to say about it, and I'm going to drop out and let somebody take my place. And party on, everyone! Thanks again
All
for
right.
having me. Rock and roll.
See
Thank
Welcome.
you.
See you soon. See you soon.
Come on down to Rhode Island.
Come on, y'all. Come on down to Rhode Island.
I've never heard anyone say
Hey,
that.
it's funny because if she just started her channel, and I have 11,000 subs, but if she started doing auto repair videos, she'd probably have like 111,000 subs in about a month.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you get the views. That's where you get the views. Not with
People
these
looking
little
stuff up when they're working on their car.
not these little knicky-knack beer reviews. You do auto repair. No, I'm not joking.
A food review.
If you do food, that's
Pizza.
the big money. Auto repair, how to fix a refrigerator. Oh man, that's going to get you so many views. It's incredible, you know, because it's practical. People want to know how to fix things, and you get on the. I got on the internet one time on YouTube to find out how to change a battery on a Ford Focus, and it was so helpful. And it was like 100,000 views on one video. I mean, I'm serious. There's Craig coming in to play.
Craig
Hey,
Swinson.
Craig, what's up, Craig?
I already said this. He's like Alex, the Beer Master would say, the legendary Craig Swinson.
I pictured Craig differently.
How did you picture me?
I think I've seen you before. Or maybe it was a different guy.
A different Craig.
Yeah, it might have been a different Craig. It was like an older guy.
I am pretty old, but all right. Just wanted to say hi, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay, you scared
No,
Craig.
it was a different guy I was picturing. That's Craig Swinson. I didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah, Craig.
There was another Craig I've seen before. I
Just
think.
to resemble that black and white cat.
No.
Yeah, don't be so shy, Craig. Don't be so shy. David was at my house today, and he said, I sent Craig a friend request, and he approved it. I said, yeah, he's cool, you know. So David Garlapede was sending out. He was sitting at my. What's that noise? He was sitting at my kitchen table sending out friend requests like one after the other. He'd say, "Who's that?" I said, "Oh, he's cool. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?" I said, "Send them all out. Go ahead."
Just don't send
Oh,
in
I
the
gotta add
clowns.
Ronald. Don't send in the clowns.
You got anybody else back there?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't see anybody waiting. Craig, that was the fastest entrance and exit we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
But it was nice. Fast, but nice. He just wanted to say hi, and then he was gone.
The legendary.
He'll probably be back.
John Juan, and then he's
I don't
gone.
mean tonight. I don't mean
It
he'll
was
be
like
back
that guy
tonight, but he'll
from
be back.
Ohio. That one guy from Ohio with the Hams hat. I wanted to trade him shirts for hats. I can't remember his
Yeah,
name.
he
It always eludes me.
Jay, if he
He didn't
comes
last.
back, you can drop me in and let him back
He
in.
didn't last long.
Don't
Where you
worry,
at,
Shane, 'cause
bud?
ain't nobody waiting, Shane.
Okay. I'm in
I would-
Arkansas, Ronald.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
You know, I know they're
Arkansas,
making a big deal. You guys are getting hit hard down there. I don't know why they don't take that ship from Pensacola and just pull it up the coast. You know, they're crying for hospital beds in Arkansas, and they got that boat they just brought back from wherever it was. You know, take it up the coast. I don't understand it.
I don't listen to the news. I don't even know what's going on.
I don't blame you.
Another day in paradise, right?
I don't listen to it either.
I listened to the CBS News on at 3 a.m. and at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. They used to call it CBS News up. So who's got all that background noise?
Crackling. Something's crackling.
Yeah, somebody got some bad feedback. I was listening. They used to call it CBS News on the hour, but I noticed in the last week it just comes on with the jingle, you know, the CBS jingle, and they just start talking. They don't even say CBS. I say, what do they just presume people know the song? But anyway,
It's the same.
I don't know. Times ain't what
you
they
know
were.
you know the song is like dun 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 dun. Dun.
Mm-hmm. You're not really getting,
Yeah,
to me at least, you're not really getting any different. I haven't really in the last couple of months got a really varying opinion. And not that I want one. I haven't really gotten a varying news stories. It doesn't seem like there's much updates about anything that's going on. It's just, I don't want to say it's status quo, but maybe one of the things you get is one day somebody tells you, or like 3 days ago, you got that Dr. Fauci guy telling you, "Oh, don't go outside." No, and then he goes, "We can't just do this forever." Like, pick a side. Don't even pick a side. Pick a scientific response you're going to give us, and just do it that way. Don't confuse people to the point where there's mass hysteria. Don't do that. We don't want that.
Yeah, and then one person says disinfect your groceries, and Dr. Fauci says, "Oh, don't drive yourself crazy disinfecting everything." And you know,
He's the one driving us crazy about it.
they keep flip flopping, and then they, of course, they don't mention the number of people who have recovered. They only mention the deaths. Yeah.
Or number of cases.
Right.
You know,
I
I got a
recovered.
question for you.
I think
got a question
I
for
think I
the
got the virus and I recovered.
Well, you know what?
question for the panel.
Because they say you might not even know if you have it, right?
yeah, asymptomatic.
Ronnie S. might not be old.
The governor of Massachusetts here is literally yelling and screaming at people to wear your damn mask. That just keeps people afraid of people trying to figure out this mess.
Yeah.
Now, Ronald Sutton has a question.
Nobody wants
They
the
want to
government
play.
literally yelling at them.
They want to play.
Look at
Ronald Sutton has a question.
In the decade of the 70s, in your opinion, who was the greatest athlete? In the decade of the 70s, and there was a lot of them. But I've won a lot of beer trivia questions on this riding on this answer, and I want your opinion on it.
Reggie
There was
Jackson.
a lot of great sports stories, great sports stars of the 1970s.
Somebody's got some terrible feedback. You need to get a good computer.
Brooks
Stop
Robinson,
using that.
Baltimore Orioles.
Stop using that Radio Shack Tandy 2000.
One of them, Brooks Robinson.
He was a good one.
Rod Carew of the Minnesota Twins.
I'm going with Reggie Jackson for the win on that one.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson.
And I guess you got Terry Bradshaw, right?
Muhammad Ali. How about Muhammad Ali? You're forgetting him.
Cassius Clay. Yeah,
there was a lot of great
good.
sports.
He was better in the 60s.
There was a lot of great sports stars of the 70s. Now, let me throw this name out to you, and I'll ask you if you agree or not. Secretariat. Secretariat was the greatest athlete that was ever invented. That horse was amazing.
I heard Seattle.
The story of Secretariat
is it's related to Secretariat. Seattle Slew.
What are you guys talking about?
Nobody holds the records that Secretariat has.
Well, he's put out the stuff.
When he ran the Belmont Stakes and he won by 31 lengths, it was amazing. It was the most amazing feat of any athletic experience I've ever seen. Yeah, it was amazing. When he
what
when
about
he
Muhammad
won
Ali?
the final jewel with the Triple Crown, and he won by 31 lengths. I mean, how can you argue with something like that?
Wow.
It's amazing feat. Amazing feat. When he
What about
died,
Mike
he had a
Tyson?
heart bigger. He had a
Yeah,
1.5 time heart. He was like a Grinch.
Cassius Clay won the world championship, lost
about
it,
Stone
won
Cold,
it again,
Steve
lost
Austin?
it. He won it
I know
3
everything
times.
about Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
He won it.
He had a training camp right up in the Adirondacks. He, up towards the Poconos. His training camp was in the Poconos.
That's
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
What about the Undertaker?
Seven.
Yeah, that was
What
Now,
the
look.
fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
wait.
Callaway.
We gotta get off. I gotta get off the air pretty soon. I gotta get off the air pretty soon due to Dawn Busters related issues.
Boo.
But you know what time I woke up this morning? I'll tell you.
2 o'clock.
2. No, I'm not that much of a fanatic. I woke up at 2:47 a.m.
Big difference, right?
Yeah, and I started making my bed and saying my prayers, and then I read the Bible.
I was
and
still
then
drinking.
I
Make
drank
I was
3
still
cups.
drinking.
There's nobody else.
I drank 3 cups of coffee, and then other thing. Now, but what I want to say now for the last 5 minutes, it's all going to be professional wrestling related commentary. So now you can talk.
James, right on.
No, but you got to go. It's 8:05, right?
You got 5 minutes. Pro wrestling 5 minutes.
Where he is.
Yeah. Well, Mean Mark Callis or Mark Calloway, when he was in the NWA, I think managed by Teddy Long. They were the Twin Towers, I think. He might have been one of them.
No, the skyscrapers they were called.
Him and was it Danny Spivey?
Dan Spivey, yeah.
But the Iron Sheik called him Danny Spicy. He mispronounced everybody's name, which I thought was funny. Yeah, Vince McMahon has to change everybody's gimmick that comes to the WWE because he's an egomaniac, you know. So everybody has to change their name. Now Johnny B. Bad, which is Mark Merrill.
Johnny B. Bad became Mark Merrill.
Yeah. Johnny B. Bad, but that was Dusty Rhodes' invention,
and the Diamond Stud became Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon, exactly. Scott Hall, right?
You know, there's a pay-per-view on tonight, AEW pay-per-view.
I got a story for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it was Saturday Night Wrestling on TV on WTAE in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That was.
And they had a crazy. They were ringside, Rosie and everybody. But Pennsylvania had blue laws. They were closed on Sundays. Okay? So they would come down to St. John Arena in Steubenville, Ohio, and put on an exhibition or whatever you want to call it. And usually it was on a Sunday, like a late Sunday afternoon. But
You know, it was studio
I used to
wrestling.
get paid. I
They used to
get
do a lot
paid
of
to
shows in
put-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to get paid to put cars at that arena. And here comes Haystacks Calhoun and
Oh, yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon in this
Wow.
Lincoln that
Wow.
the front seat was taken out of it, and they moved the rear seat up so they could fit in the friggin' car to drive it.
Oh, was that the
Big-ass
70s?
The Grand Wizard of
Oh.
Wrestling used to.
Oh yeah, it was late '60s. That was late
Wow,
'60s.
really?
The Grand Wizard of
Bruno
Wrestling.
Sammartino is the greatest. You told a story about him the other day, James. Yeah, Bruno Sammartino is
The Grand
Professor. How about Professor Toro Tanaka? And then George the Animal Steel was actually a college professor.
Yeah, in Michigan.
That's right.
George
Yeah.
the Animal Steel was a
And
college
he
professor.
played a madman on TV.
Yeah.
Wait,
The Grand
James
Wizard.
wanted to say something.
The Grand
Go
Wizard.
ahead, James.
The Grand Wizard of Wrestling called Haystacks Balloon. He used to call me, you know, Haystacks Balloon, and he started in Michigan.
Haystacks Calhoun. He was huge. That guy was friggin'
Yeah,
a monster.
he was.
big.
Well, he's
I
six.
think he was the most weighing, the highest wage wrestler, even more than Andre the Giant.
What about
What about them? Who was them cats? Them cats had them razor wire matches. Remember they got all cut up?
A death
Oh, there's
match.
blood
it was
everywhere.
called.
Abdullah the Butcher used to get involved in a lot of that.
They were called Texas death matches.
Yeah, there was blood all over the place, man. They had like barbed wire
Yeah.
and shit.
It used to be
That
real,
was nuts. That shit was nuts. Yeah.
right, James? It used to be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, it used to be
Yeah,
more
we're
real.
not putting it in my life.
When Luthez and Nature Boy Buddy Rogers was around, and Strangler Lewis, yeah, it was more.
Angular Lewis, what a name. What a name.
Yeah.
Well, the
Those guys would bust them steel chairs. You know, them stadium
yeah, they
chairs. And they busted over somebody's back. And you're telling me, man, that's not athleticism?
you know
Oh, shit.
who gave Gorgeous George all his robes? Bob Hope. Bob Hope gave Gorgeous George Wagner the gimmick. Just throw the bobby pins. He had these gold bobby pins, and he used to wear the robes. And then later on, Buddy Rogers became.
Who was the dude that had all the rubber bands in his beard?
Lou Albano.
Oh yeah, Captain Lou
Lou
Albano.
Albano. I had a brain cramp. I couldn't think of that. Yeah, Lou Albano.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, they had the St. John Ring.
He did a music video with Cindy Lauper.
Like 6 times a year.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be like 6 times a year they'd have in the arena.
yeah, but that was good though. Pennsylvania had a blue law for, on Sunday. In other words, everything had to be closed, right? No event.
Shut down.
Shut down.
Yep.
So they went over the border to Steubenville, Ohio, and did the event.
Right.
Oh,
You got it. Or in Weirton, West Virginia, at the Millsop Community Center, Weirton, West Virginia, which is right across the bridge. Yep, Millsop. We used to have diamond belt boxing over there, and then there was all kind of boxing events back then. All kind of boxing events. Young kids. You know, 10, 11 years old out there boxing, learning the craft. But yeah, there was a lot of good exhibitions over there. There used to be a railroad, like a tri-line railroad roundhouse, and by that roundhouse, they used to have professional boxing matches right there. You know, the Pittsburgh Kid. I knew the Pittsburgh Kid. I knew Boom Boom Mancini before he killed that guy in the ring.
Oh.
I helped put his gloves on. I helped put his gloves on for a fight. I was a glove inspector.
What, James?
James Myers was the George the Animal Steel's real name, and he was a coach and then a teacher in college in Michigan, physical
Yeah,
education.
he was a professor or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you know that they back in the old days of the territories, they used to carpool it everywhere. And Killer Kowalski, he was real.
Killer.
He was a straight guy, no no smoking, no drinking, no drugs. He says anybody does any of that in my car, they can't ride with me. So what happened was he drove alone. And
I guess nobody wanted to take him up on the offer.
and Kowalski, yeah, he drove alone, and because of that reason, and he used to do this isometric exercise in the car with the telepander. It was called the telepander, invented by the German guy who invented the bull worker much later. Yeah, so nobody wanted to ride with him because he said,
They wanted to drink and do drugs.
Monsoon and Haystacks Calhoun come pulling up in that big ass Lincoln.
and he's
So,
a
wow.
yeah, he's
Unreal.
yeah. Lou Albano did a great video interview that was like I think it was over an hour or so. It was pretty interesting. He told a lot of stories. He said Freddie Blassie locked the door in his trailer, and Haystacks Calhoun had to defecate, and he locked the door so he couldn't get out, and so he would smell his own stink. But
What?
they used to call that ribbing in wrestling. When you pull a practical joke on someone, it's ribbing. But you couldn't rib Freddie Blassie. He would get pissed off. He would flip out. But he used to rib everybody else. So he locked the trailer door, and Haystacks Calhoun did number 2, and he couldn't get out. So he had to smell his own, which I'm sure was quite ample.
Ugh.
His own defecation. So that's one of the stories that Lou Albano told.
The name of I just remember the name of that wrestling show that was in Pittsburgh was Ringside Wrestling. Ringside Wrestling.
Ringside Wrestling. Not Ringworm. Ringside. All right.
Yeah, Ringside
All right,
Wrestling.
now look, I'll let y'all go an extra 4 minutes. And because when people start talking about pro wrestling, they can go on for about 6 or 7 straight hours without notes.
Yeah.
Without notes.
I wouldn't mind promoting shows in Louisiana called Crawdad Professional Wrestling, and have a Crawdad on the belt for the world champion. Have a big.
Now, James P. Madonna is gonna. We want to thank everybody. Nina. We want to thank
Craig.
Craig,
I
yeah.
want to get Shane's Dixie Ice. I want to get Shane's Dixie Ice score. I don't think I got his score. I want to thank Ronald Sutton, Ronnie S., Ron Rio. He is also known as Ron Rio in the back streets of the dark corners of America's cities.
Yeah.
Metal 75, also known as Eric Fraunfelter, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews. He has many aliases. James Piranha Madonna, also known as, I can't mention that because I'm not at liberty to mention that. I'll be haunted at night. And,
The alpha male, right?
huh? What?
The alpha male.
Yeah, that's a private chat group.
No, James has connections with metaphysical. James
Oh,
has
Krampus. Yeah, that's right.
No, Campus is
Metaphysical.
he's in the Black Forest of Bavaria right now.
Of Germany.
He comes around at this time of year.
Look, I'll say this.
all right.
I'll say this. I was doing a Fandango. No, I was doing a Dawn Busters one day at about 5:40 a.m. I'm over there minding my business, doing a whiskey taste challenge. What happens? The Emerald Mystic shows up, tormenting me, haunting my hangout, and giving all kind of like deprecations on people. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you let him on
The
camera?
Emerald-
Or was it just in the chat?
Flashing lights.
Yeah, so I video.
The flashing lights. He uses those flashing lights. But he didn't interrupt your
No,
whiskey talk.
no.
Whiskey
Now, James,
talk.
Review.
What is your opinion? What is your opinion of the Emerald Mystic? I mean, what is your assessment of him?
Well, he's way out there. There's definitely from the Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah, he's way out. Now Krampus is amusing because he gets to tear into the spoiled, coddled children of America. You know, so yeah, he's cool. You know, plus he's red. He's got a red face, and I love. That's my favorite color. So
Yeah, but we haven't seen much of him lately.
no, because it's
Let me pinch my cheek and brighten it up a little bit for you.
Now, as we end,
Love you guys. Hey, hope everybody is staying healthy. Hope everybody's staying healthy so they can keep drinking beer. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
One quick question before I go off.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
The Pabst and Coors, are you going to do another challenge, Jay? Are you going to do another challenge? Yeah. You had Pabst and Coors. Are you going to do another challenge also, or another exhibition, as you call it?
Yes. More than likely, it'll be Busch versus Busch beer versus Coors. Yes.
Is that even a contest?
All right. Well, I'll try to go out and get something.
We want Coors to win everything.
Apparently.
Yellow. You didn't even know what a yellow belly was, you youngster. You didn't even know what a yellow.
What we did Thursday was an exhibition. It was not the challenge. It was simply an exhibition match. But I think Pabst. No, I'm sorry. I think Busch beer. Will not perform very well.
No.
But I'm going to throw it in there. I'm going to throw it in there anyway. Now James P. Madonna is going to close us out with a musical
Is that going to
selection.
be a solo one, or you doing a panel for that?
It would depend on if anybody wants to join it.
Well, you're Get Fiddle, man. You got to Get Fiddle. Go for it.
I want to show a great.
If anybody wants to join Busch versus
when is this going down?
Coors. I don't know because I've been talking about it for 3 months and people have been totally ignoring me and saying no one cares about that. So I was just assuming I would do it solo because no one else seemed in any way interested in that.
I thought you were saying that they would be the wild card after we found out who the winner was. You'd throw Busch in as the wild card. So we haven't really found out who the winner was just yet.
Right. We haven't officially found out, but it seems pretty obvious that we know who it's going to be.
Any American adjunct lager qualifies, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be a shock, though. You never know. I mean, we're assuming Coors is going to run away with it, but by golly, Pabst might win when William Kepley does the official challenge. Like I said, what we did Thursday was not the real challenge; it was simply an exhibition. But
it was an exhibition. That's what I called it. I called it an exhibition.
Yeah,
it was. It was.
James,
I like it.
With the music.
I like
that. It was a friendly, as they say in soccer.
Here's a great
friendly, yeah.
James, you have the floor, James.
Here's a great hand.
You got to close us out with a musical selection.
James is
going to close us out with a musical selection. Thank you.
All right, jojoba oil is 60% alcohol. Art Naturals, it's got all kinds of moisturizers in it. Aloe vera, jojoba, over 60% alcohol. I just ordered more. Outstanding hand sanitizer for you pandemic fanatics out there that are all under house arrest. All right, Art Naturals.
That was Australian. There it is.
Yeah.
You have just our all inclusive or whatever the hell Saturday pirate.
Whatever they call this thing.
Clamato.
Super inclusive Saturday.
Super inclusive Saturday.